Sophia's eyes jolted open, but her body was weak. Drowsy. Her heart pounded. A girl, one of the guests, was screaming and running. 2 security men tackled her, trying to inject something into her arm. Sophia Johnson was the golden child. The only daughter of Pastor and Deaconess Johnson, Sophia grew up shielded like a delicate flower in a glass house. From primary to secondary school, her parents ensured she attended only all-girls schools. To them, she was a divine gift, and the world, with its corruption and temptations, was not fit to touch her. She was obedient, studious, modest, the kind of girl who barely raised her voice or her head. Her life was a triangle: class, fellowship, hostel. She walked it every day like a sacred route. When it was time for university, her parents wished to send her to a private Christian institution. But money was tight. So they settled for a prestigious federal university, praying day and night for her protection. And for the first 2 years, their prayers seemed answered. But then came 300 level. And with it, came Jennifer, Sophia's new roommate. Jennifer wasn't from a rich family, but she lived like royalty. A sleek Mercedes parked outside the hostel. Hair always laid. Nails perfectly done. Perfume that announced her arrival. Shoes that sparkled. Bags that screamed designer. She didn't cook, food came in packages from the finest restaurants. She even renovated their dingy dorm room into something out of a lifestyle magazine. Sophia couldn't help but stare. Each day, her admiration deepened, until admiration became obsession. She started doing Jennifer's laundry. Volunteered to help clean up after her. Not for money, but for friendship. For access. For a taste of luxury. Show me the way, Sophia pleaded one evening, unable to hold it in any longer. Jennifer looked at her with piercing eyes. Are you really ready for this? Sophia nodded eagerly. I'll do anything. I'm tired of being broke. I want this life. Weeks passed. Then one evening, Jennifer made a promise: you'll meet my business partner this weekend. At a private party. Dress nice. Sophia's heart leapt. She skipped class that Friday, slept during the day to prepare for the night. By 8 p.m., she and Jennifer were in the Mercedes, music pulsing through the speakers as the city blurred past. The car wound its way into a quiet part of the island. A large mansion loomed ahead, hidden behind a tall, electric gate that opened like magic as they approached. Long driveway. Exotic cars. Dim lights. Luxury that intoxicated the senses. Inside the mansion, golden couches shimmered in the large living room. A spiral staircase stretched into mystery above. Girls filled the space, some smoking, some dancing, others lounging with cocktails. No men. Except the bouncers and DJs. Sophia felt out of place, at first. But when she saw the buffet, the drinks, the designer outfits, she relaxed. This was a new life. She ate. She drank. She waited for Jennifer. But Jennifer was nowhere to be found. Sophia called her. No answer. By midnight, she started to feel dizzy. Sleepy. Heavy. She looked around, most of the new girls were already asleep. Then a scream. Sophia's eyes jolted open, but her body was weak. Drowsy. Her heart pounded. A girl, one of the guests, was screaming and running. 2 security men tackled her, trying to inject something into her arm. The girl fought. Bang! A shot rang out. The girl collapsed. Dead. Sophia's blood froze. She tried to run, but her body wouldn't move. They were dragged, all of them, into a hidden chamber below the mansion. A cold, echoing hall. At its center, an enormous altar. Seated on a throne-like chair was a woman, regal and terrifying. Dressed like an African goddess, rings on every finger, beads woven into her long silver hair. Momati, the queen of this dark empire. Sophia shivered as Momati smiled. More girls were brought in, lined up, stripped, their innocence laid bare. A man walked in. His appearance sent chills through the air, a dibia, dressed in red rags, chalk drawings on his face, carrying a black calabash. No words, just chants. One by one, he plucked hair from their heads, armpits, and private parts. He cut their thumbs. Blood dripped into the calabash. He marked their privates with 3 black strokes. He rubbed powder on them. Then came the water from a corpse, in a calabash, passed to each girl. Repeat after me, the dibia commanded. They chanted. Then drank. After that, a spiritual bath by the river behind the mansion. Black soap. Local sponge. Naked under the moonlight. They were fed strange meat, cobra, someone whispered. Then, dressed in red gowns. Painted. Adorned. And brought before Momati again. Her voice filled the chamber like thunder cloaked in silk. Welcome, daughters. You have taken the oath. You are now part of something bigger than yourselves. Wealth is yours. Power is yours. But remember, her tone dropped. Darker now. Expose us, and madness will find you in 3 days. Followed by death. As if on cue, a girl cried, I don't want this anymore, and tried to run. Bam! Dead. Sophia swallowed her scream. Momati smiled again. Now you understand. The next morning, Momati transferred 5 million Nigerian nairas to each new girl. The names on the alerts were unfamiliar, clean accounts. Untouchable. More will come, Momati promised. Serve well. Sophia never spoke a word on the drive back. Not to Jennifer. Not to anyone. She crawled into bed like a broken shell and slept. 3 days later, Momati summoned them. One of you ran her mouth, she said, her eyes like cold knives. She's dead now. Vomited blood for 3 days. Let that be a warning. 17 new girls had arrived. Now only 14 remained. Sophia knew there was no going back. Months passed. Sophia no longer felt shame. She was rich now. She flew abroad. She slept with men 3 times her age and collected more than her parents' annual salary in one night. The spiritual bath protected her. The marks made men addicted. The oath made her a slave. By her final year, Sophia no longer needed her family. She was a goddess on campus. Feared. Desired. Envy of many. Jennifer became her closest ally. Their bond forged in blood. Until that day. Jennifer was on another coke delivery to Europe. First leg of the trip went fine. But the second, immigration stopped her. She tried to stay calm. But the moment they pulled her aside for questioning, she knew something had gone wrong. Back in Nigeria, Momati received the coded message. Jennifer read quote. Momati panicked. She rushed to the dibia. The dibia closed his eyes, threw cowries, and then hissed. A taboo, he said. Jennifer's blood flow came twice this month. And she handled the drugs after the second. The spirits no longer protect her. Momati went quiet. Cold. Her reputation was too pristine. Too powerful to risk. She turned her back on Jennifer. Jennifer waited in her cell. No lawyer. No contact. Nothing. In that country, drug trafficking meant death. And no one was coming to save her. Desperate and abandoned, Jennifer tried to speak. To confess. But as soon as she opened her mouth to tell the law agents the truth, something hooked her throat, as though an invisible hand gripped her from inside. She began coughing violently. blood poured from her mouth like water from a broken pipe. The agents, confused and afraid, rushed her to the hospital under heavy guard, suspecting it was a ploy to escape. But it wasn't. The doctors couldn't stop the blood. She died in less than 12 hours. Just like that, silenced forever. Mama T's secret informants reported Jennifer's death. She called a midnight meeting of the inner circle. Sophia was present. As she listened to Mama T's chilling voice announce Jennifer's death with zero emotion, fear swallowed Sophia whole. She knew she was next. The walls were closing in. There was no escape from the veil. But Sophia still had one thing left, her parents. That night, trembling and drenched in sweat, she ran to her family home. But before telling them anything, she sat in her childhood bedroom and began to write, her hands shaking, her heart pounding. She wrote everything. How she met Jennifer. How she was initiated. The rituals. The names of the girls. The taboo of menstrual flow. The coded symbols. The foreign trips. The Dibia's dark chants. The cocaine smuggling routes. The sex for power deals. Mama T's real identity. She even attached photos and videos from her phone, ones taken during parties, rituals, and trips. When she was done, she wrapped the notebook and gave it to her parents with tears in her eyes. As they opened the pages, the air in the room thickened. Her mother read a line, then another, then screamed, "What have I done to deserve this?" Sophia tried to speak, but her lips froze. Her voice vanished. Then, blood began trickling from her nose. She collapsed. Her father leaped up, shouting prayers. Her mother joined. They rushed her to the church's prayer room, where prayer warriors battled for her life for days. But Sophia died. Her parents were shattered beyond words. Weeks passed. Then Sophia's father, summoning every ounce of strength, walked into the police station with the notebook. A full investigation was launched. But when the police moved in, Mama T had vanished. No trace, no border logs, no flights, nothing. The Dibia. Gone. The house used for rituals. Burned to the ground. The other girls. Those arrested denied everything. No one spoke. The case. Closed. Sophia's story ended in death, but her notebook remains, locked away, sealed by the state. My people, don't let greed blind you. Don't envy others without knowing the source of their wealth. Don't trade your soul for bags, wigs, and iPhones. If you're walking the narrow road of discipline and obedience, don't be ashamed. You're safer than the ones dancing in fake glory. Sophia thought she gained the world, but she lost her soul. Lastly, stay vigilant. Stay humble. Stay wise. Always know the kind of house party you're being invited to. Not every glitz-filled gathering is innocent. Desperation can lead you into a life you may never return from. Choose wisely. Some doors, once opened, can never be closed. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss more inspiring life lessons like this one. To my awesome returning subscribers, thank you for always showing up. Your support means the world and keeps these stories alive. And if you made it to the end of this video, you're the real MVP. I appreciate you more than I can say. See you in the next video. Take care and bye for now.